great business, you got to be a great business person. It starts right there. But when the average business person who got real passionate when they first started their business, over a period of time, what happens is their only goal in life is to pay the bills. Their only goal in their business is like, as long as we can make wage, as long as we can pay the bills, it's okay. Their goals go from being real passionate and really wanting to create a big business to just, yeah, well, you know, as long as we pay the bills, everything's okay. And that's one of the biggest killers. It's like, why is it when people have their own business and people ask, oh, what do you do? And they say, I have my own small business. What a dumb thing to say. Why would you say it's small from the outset? Why would you think that way from day one? But the thing about you is, if you're not willing to grow, will the business grow? Have you ever noticed this? Your business grows to your level of incompetence. The moment you have no idea what to do, the business stops growing at that point in time. It's kind of like, in fact, let me put that to you really bluntly. If I owned your business, what's the chances you'd be kept on as CEO? Some of you aren't willing to laugh at that, are you? It's like, I'm not laughing at that, that's not funny. Told you, I'm not a motivational person, I'm an educator. Yeah, that's right. No, I don't want a job running your business. See, the point of it is, I don't even run my own businesses. I employ people to run my businesses. You know, the reality of it is, though, most business owners are not good owners and they're not good CEOs because they're also the owner. See, why do big businesses have an advantage over you guys, over the small businesses? Why do they have an advantage? What do they got? Shareholders. What do the shareholders demand of them? Profits and growth. Who's demanding profits and growth from you? Who's pushing you every day to grow harder? Business owners are the hardest working, laziest people on the planet. You guys aren't laughing at this, are you? It's like, no, Brad, we work real hard. Yeah, but you don't, see, the point is you don't push yourself to do the things that have to happen in order to get the business to do what it really needs to do. Business owners, unfortunately, when they're the owner and the CEO, let themselves get away with doing non-important stuff. They're busy, but they're not running the business. You know, and that's the craziest thing. Are you performing at your full potential running the business? Are you actually pushing yourself to achieve? How many of you know you actually worked harder when you had a job for someone else than you do in your own business in many cases? That one's a scary one when we get there. So where that takes us for is to this point here about you. You got to go your own way. What do you got to do, gang? How many of you sit there and, well, let me go backwards a step. I see business owners all the time, and because we do this in 53 countries, I get to meet them in Portugal, I get to meet them in China, I get to meet them all over the world, and they all make very similar mistakes. They all listen to too many damn people's opinions. They're all worried about what everyone else is saying. They're all thinking about, geez, what do they think? What do they think? What do they think? At some point in business, you've got to go your own way. You've got to make your own decisions. You've got to basically, when it comes down to it, back yourself. You know, will there be people that will try and talk you out of doing things? Yes or no? Hello, yes or no? You know, I still remember it as a kid, it kills me in Australia, that whole tall poppy thing. You know, that thing just kills me about this country. I still remember it as a kid. Going home, I'd been to a Jim Rohn seminar at age 16. Anyone ever see E. James Rohn, Mr. Rohn? It's got to be a couple of you saw him. Yeah, congrats. The privilege of seeing him speak was phenomenal. But after his seminar, I went home and I said, you know what, I'm going to retire at age 25. 16-year-old kid said, I'm going to retire at age 25. Because what's retirement a function of, age or money? It's money, isn't it? If you've got enough money coming in, you can be retired whatever age you are. The challenge is not the age, the challenge is the finances. So I set my goal to be retired at age 25. Now, I made one mistake. I told one of my friends, Leon, hey, Leon, I'm going to retire at age 25. Leon, his dad worked for the City Council in Brisbane. Now, if you're an engineer for the City Council, what does that make you an expert in? Apparently every freaking thing. Apparently he was an expert in everything. He literally sat the two of us down in his lounge room and gave us a half-hour lecture how it's not possible to retire at 25. See, and you can do this one of two ways. You can either take that as motivation or you can take that as an excuse or a reason not to do it. But I was taught from a dad from age, you know, very, very young. He said, Brad, most people are idiots. Back yourself. Go your own way. Do what you need to do to get there. And I love it because every time I bought a new car, I'd go and visit Leon's dad. I'd pull up about 5 in the morning, honk the horn, wave. My first ever jet I bought a CJ7, a little Citation. I thought, how the fuck do I land this on Pompadour Street and wave at the bastard, you know? So people are going to try and do that, but it's a real interesting one. When you have dreams and goals that are big, all of the people that have given up on theirs, what do they try and do? Talk you out of yours. Hang on, you gave up on your dreams, doesn't mean I have to. You gave up on your goals, doesn't mean I have to. You know, here I was as a young guy in Brisbane. I started our business, took it to America. What do you think people said to me going to America and opening Action Coach and teaching the Americans how to run their business? People are like, I don't think you'll ever achieve that. I still even remember my mum when I was aged 20, 21, and mum came into me, and I don't know if your mum was the same as mine. My mum's the best worrier in the world. She can worry about shit that hasn't even been thought of yet, you know. And she'd come into me and when I was in my own business, and she's like, son, you know, I'm not sure about this. And I said, Mum, remember what you taught me as a kid. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Apparently only mothers are allowed to use that line. Apparently sons aren't allowed to use that line. Anyway, didn't go over that well. But the reality of it is, at some point you've got to back yourself. At some point you've got to say, you know what, I'm going for this. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'm going to go for it.